and welcome to Springdale International School's podcast. I'm Muskan and I'm the host, and today we have a very special and important person joining us. So let's meet. So Mukesh Sir,
Hey.
please tell our audience, our students about you.
Okay. Hello everyone. This is Mukesh Gupta. I am the Senior Area Manager for YULO, taking care of entire Northeast region. YULO is basically a courseware company where we define the skill-based subject.
So sir, like you told about YULO, could you elaborate what exactly YULO is?
YULO is basically a Singapore-based company. So we deal with only the skill-based subject which enhance the student in the employable portion. So we basically deals with computer science and computer coding. We deal with the language enhancement in this field. Then we deal with robotics, and to enhance the logical thinking we develop in the mathematics also. And we are glad that Springdale International of Guwahati has adopted us and give us an opportunity to showcase ourselves and to enhance the student in the skill-based subjects.
So sir, like you already said, I was about to say, at Springdale International School, alongside the academic courses, we've also integrated skill development courses in collaboration with YULO, of course. We have implemented YULO Program. So I've heard and I've also spoken with him. So what are the components? Can you please elaborate? Because of course, I think our audience, our students would love to know what integrated skill development courses that we are providing. So can you just elaborate and explain how is it going to benefit and how is it going to help our students?
Yeah, definitely. Muskan, before I answer the questions what you have asked, let me give you one small question with you. So how we are communicating?
Through English, yes.
Yes. So through English we are communicating, and it is very easy for us to communicate right now.
Of course.
Why we are communicating in English?
That's a language we are talking.
That's a language, correct. As well as she has a good vocabulary of English.
Oh, thank you so much.
So if you have an ample of vocabulary, as well as you are strict on the backbone of the language, which is called grammar.
Of course, very important.
Yes.
I have seen a lot of people, they're confident, they speak English, but they make those silly mistakes with
Exactly.
like has, have, they just don't know where to put it.
Exactly.
So please, of course, please explain.
So what is that? When you have this kind of thing with yourself, it is very smooth to communicate. Language is very much important to impart the what you want to connect with the opposite person.
Of course.
Exactly. So in our course, in Speak, what we do, we enhance the student in the reading, writing, listening and speaking with the support of vocabulary building, as well as we enhance the grammar portion and we eliminate the MTI, mother tongue influence. When you speak with a person, when the influence of the mother tongue comes, the completely language get little bit changed out.
Yeah, exactly.
So when a people of Bihar speaks English, the tone comes something else. When a people of Assam speak English,
the accent is different.
Exactly.
There is
Exactly.
Assamese or Hindi or a Gujarati accent to English, of course.
Yes. So that is the major reason what happened. We improved these all things with various practices. The Speak program is closely working with AI function tools which help the student to improve these all things. So this will be implemented in the school, and that will definitely be helping the student to improve the language. Now, coming up on your second questions, which was on the computer and computer coding. Now, Muskan, what happens? We are having an interview right now. We are getting a support of digital.
Of course.
We are putting an electronic gadget in front of us. So these are making our life very easy. Now, to learn these all, we need to have a basic knowledge. Now, every school is working on the digitalization portion to improve the student on the digital aspect, to build the career apart from the the stereotype of calling while taking science we need to have only two options. But now in this current world we have ample of opportunity getting with the science portions, or we can say with the digital portion, or we can say the computer portion. Now in the course time, in the due course of time, we will be teaching the student how the computer is important for us in our life, why the coding is required. Now I'll give a small example. When we pass, it's a very basic example. Okay, when we pass through any toll gate, we see a boom barrier is there.
Okay.
All of a sudden, the amount has been deducted from our fast-track. The boom barrier gets open. This is all mechanism. Okay, it is learned, it is developed through coding. So the code is being punched. Yes, exactly. So this is very, very, very basic things. We do it every time. It is done in front of us, but we don't know the basic. So this is there. Now when a student goes with the parents, okay, when a child goes with a parent and they have this knowledge, he has this open because of this. When these things has been explained to the parents, now the parents will think, yes, my child is in a right place.
I'm almost I won't say my age, but 20 above. And I thought there's some sort of a mechanism or something. I never thought it goes. Am I so down? I feel so down right now.
It's true. No, see, we can't say dumb. It's just a lack of information. We don't have it. So that is the thing. So this is being given in this kind of courses, which has been introduced. The entire computer coding and computer science program, we call it as a techie. In this techie programs enhance the student in this kind of information, and we teach them the exact what is required in the due course of their classes. Okay, and the entire course is designed in such a way so that student will have a gradual increase and they have an ample of information according to the age wise.
Just like ABCD and
exactly. So when we communicate with our language, there is a communication part in the computer world also, which is through the binary functions as well as with the language. There are different language which understand by the computer. That's we call it a coding, and there are different languages which is being taught on the different duration time. So that is being taught in the school. Now we will be teaching the student the program which is very much important for editing.
It comes in the coding.
It comes under the computer science. Okay. So we teach the student, as I said, video editing, then image editing, then we teach them the small animation through the license feed or a pro version of Canva. Okay. So now I'll give a small example. Today, many of you have the children at the home. So, or we also people, what we do, we record the videos, we animate, we edit in different platforms. Now what happened? The same thing the students are doing it, okay, but they're not doing it in an organized way. They're not doing it in a learned way. Now what we are doing then, we are teaching them in the school.
That is so great. I mean, I wish I had that in my school days, because I'll tell about my personal thing. I'm also into video editing and all this content creation part, and I have by myself watching YouTube videos I have learned. But now this is sort of a subject you're getting to learn in your school. I mean, it's so exciting.
Exactly. So these are being taught to the student, and now whatever the students are learning it, they feel it homogeneous. What they are doing it outside, they are learning it in the school, they are practicing it again, and they are presenting it in front of the people.
Now I want to go back to school.
Definitely. I am really happy to see Springdale International adopting this kind of technology and enhancing. The students are being meeting to the 21st century. We say technology. Now the students, what they want, they are being learned in the school. Now when you have an interest of learning, when you have this whole thing in front of you, definitely that will be going to help the student in different ways. Yes.
If they're learning it from such a young age,
right.
I mean, by the time they reach the age of 20 or something, they're going to be master in it.
Right. So what happens? They will have a definite opportunity once they finish their academic session of till class 12. So what happens? They have a broader idea where to go. Should I go in computer science? Should I, like in computer science, there were earlier what happened when we say that I'm going to learn computer, and you say, "Arey, you are going to become a software developer." But currently we don't say, na. we say, oh, I will be going in security, cyber security, or I'll be going in ethical hacking, or I'll be going on data analytics. So there are, like we say, the ample of opportunity coming in this computer science itself in the world. People, they used to take it as a job, but now they are coming in the career option.
Of course.
Yes.
Before, when I think if I go back in time, like during my parents' time, there wasn't. I don't think even they had this subject.
No.
Even if they did, it wasn't such a big syllabus. Now, when I passed out after like I graduated from high school, I had the normal. I had logo. I had HTML and all these things.
Exactly.
All these
So
things.
what happened, like when I was in the schooling life, when I started my computer knowledge, to develop my computer knowledge, when I practiced knowledge. So at that time we used to have DOS.
I have no idea.
This operating system, there was a black and white screen. We used to type. If we had to go inside, if you had to go outside, also we have to type and commit outside. So there are
Is it C++?
No, that C++ is the language which helps to develop the different applications of software. DOS was the operating system. After that, the Windows came. Then there are different operating system. It has been upgraded. Earlier it was black and white. Now there was single user interface. Now it has a multicolored user interface has been come up. So that is the thing.
Great. This is so interesting. I mean, like, I wish I could study back, and I would love to learn all this with your friends, of course. It would be so much like, look, I'm editing this and I'm adding these features.
Right.
I also wanted to ask you one question. It was regarding coding. So after we graduate from like high school, like I said, from 12, after 12, like if we do graduation or whatever. So coding is basic. I might be wrong, but basically I think it goes through engineering line.
See, coding is a language. Basically, it's a computer language. Like how we are communicating in English, in the same way the computer has been communicated with the coding languages. So there are different coding languages. Python is there, C is there, C++ is there, Java. So there are different coding languages. From there, what happens? We communicate with the computer. We develop what we want to do. So that is done through the coding part, through the language. So like in techie portion, what we teach the student Python. Okay, we teach the student C, Java.
And don't like students take extra classes for this, like
not
when they
required.
grow?
No.
I mean, apart from this, usually what people used to do like to learn Python or Java. It's a different diploma course or something. And now, like I said, this is a new program because I have seen my friends. They have done Python. They have done Java. Of course, not in school, but I am also really happy because you have included it here, of course.
Yes.
But like, is it different? Was it different? Like, what was it different from before and now?
No, there are not such differences. Okay, the things are same. It is not being much changed. The languages are not being much changed. Okay, so what we have done, we have created a course curriculum according to the age appropriation. Okay, now, what we are learning in the certification courses after our maturity age, like for example, I have completed my graduations. So to complete a graduation, some student might be at the age of 21 or 22 years. But when a student is learning in the class 9 and 10 or the 6, 7 and 8, the age is around the appropriation coming up to 13 to 16 years of age. So the development portion and the and what we say, the course is designed accordingly. So what is required as per that age, we give that much on. Okay, but in diploma courses, when we go in the future, so what happened? They have been taught in a detailed way. Now, when we move into the graduation portion, when we do it BTech or BE in CST or in computer ethics, there what we learn, that is more detailed portion.
Understood.
Okay, so when we took the certification, we take a one portion part. When we go for the graduations, there are broader career opportunity in this part. When we go in the school portion, we give them the pathway. So we are giving right now a pathway to the student to choose their future career.
That's actually really
exactly
because like I have my friends after we graduated, then some of them went into engineering, some MBBS or whatever it is. So there was a friend of mine, she's doing engineering and she was doing coding and stuff, and I was like, I wish at least I knew a little bit of it, because now what I'm seeing, like I'm a little bit jelly, if I say the Gen Z way. I'm a little jealous because now the kids will learn and they will have so many options that they will know that okay, I have a potential in this side, so maybe I can go in the coding line,
Exactly.
or maybe like you said, the other computer program wise, whatever. So this is so interesting as well as so exciting. So please continue.
True. So what happened? Like, see, every student has talent, but they have the different pace of learning. Okay, and they understand in a different. Everyone has the different way of understanding. Okay, so what happened? These all are so what happens to enhance this to how the student is understanding things, that comes through the cognitive skills. Now, with the help of cognitive skills, we understand the student learning paces. What they are doing, either they are in kinesthetic way of learner, or they are the auditory way of learner, or they are the we say different way of learner. So what happened when we teach the student, okay, when the course is designed in such a way to understand that level of that age appropriation level of learning, as well as the different pace of learning. Now, yes, we teach the student coding in class 1 also, but what coding we teach, that is very much important. How we teach the coding, that is also important. So we say we are teaching coding, but what we are teaching in the coding? In class 1, what is block-based coding? Or it is a block-based plus syntax-based coding? Or it is a purely syntax-based coding? So what it is? So that is very much important. Now, in the course what Springdale International Guwahati has adopted, that they have completely specified, or we say classified according to the class-wise, age-wise, and the course-wise. They have syllabus-wise, they have been taken the entire course. Now, the junior section student, they will be learning block-based coding. In the middle class, they will be the block-based coding, but there will be the flavor of syntax. So that what happens? There is no any sudden jump or sudden move. So gradual move is there from block-based to block-based plus syntax, and then when they go for the higher, they go with the purely syntax. So there is a gradual changes.
Just of course very needed.
Yes, true.
And I'm really excited. I'm excited to see when all these will start, since the new session is coming up.
Yes.
So please tell me about the other components.
Yes, and one more very important component which the school has adopted, okay, that is called robotics. Now, you know, everything is coming with their own creation part. So everywhere we see robotics, robot, we learn about the robot. Okay, I'll give a good example. Very recently we have landed on the moon. Yes. Now, there was a robot who did the complete survey part, what was required for the study of the moon. Okay, that was done through the robot. Now, how the robot is developed, we need to understand. Now, the student, we cannot make them alien by not giving them the information of this. When a student is learning in a top-notch course, so their knowledge is according. So they have the information of all that. The same, like we say, idea and ideology has been adopted by the Springdale International Guwahati to give them the correct informations, to make them understand what is exactly in front of them going on, to give them this kind of digitalized, or we say that this kind of tech knowledge. Now, when the student will understand these all things, now robot is definitely helping them to understand the different, like for example, they see some kind of thing which is being made, this is man-made but not natural. So they will be able to define it. This is a human, this is a robot. Okay, now what the robot functions, how the robot functions, they'll be able to answer it. I'll give it an example. In the south, there is a restaurant which is completely run over the robot.
I've seen that on social media.
Yes. Now, there is a robot in the world which has been given as a citizenship.
I was not aware of that.
Yes. There's a robot in UAE named Sophia.
Okay.
She has been given as a citizenship of UAE.
Okay.
So see how this thing has been there. Now, if the student doesn't have idea on this, if the student doesn't have a knowledge on this, that will definitely be a question mark on the education.
Of course.
So now to remove this kind of informations, this kind of we say that this kind of knowledge should be adopted in the school. This kind of curriculum should be adopted so that the students should be clear about what it is they are going on. Now I'll give you an example one more. When we enter in a shopping mall, okay, what happens? Yes, mechanism. Small robot. It's a mechanism. When there are different vehicles.
Is this mechanism also through coding?
Yes, this through coding. Because everything is done through coding. I'm not getting in deep about the coding, but
very
yes.
interesting.
But you get an idea on this one. If I go deep, it might be more boring.
I'm enjoying this.
So that is the thing. Now these are the small mechanism, and this is being we say a part of a robot. That I talked about the boom barrier. That is a small robot. That's a mechanism. That is a man-made. That's a robot. So they are just working on the commands. The robot works on the command. So the boom barrier is also that one. We say that in cars we have like when you push it, automatically the back doors open, and when you again push the button, it blows down. That is a mechanism that works in the coding. That is a small kind of robot we say. So this kind of we say that information and technology has been imparted to the student of a school. Now you understand how the students will be there. After getting this all information, after getting this all knowledge, after doing this kind of practices in the schools, because the robot practices will be done in the school. They will be they will make a robot on a 3D model. We say that it's a 3D model. They will first assemble all the components on that one. Then they will move it to the stimulator. They will be practicing this robot how they work, whether there is an error in the assembling or not. So if there is any kind of error, they will again rectify it. Then they will then they will put the code. Then they will burn the code. Then code is a command to work the robot. So then after doing all this kind of thing on the platform, then they will move on the physical robot. Then they will make a physical robot, and then they will be experimenting in the lab.
So interesting.
Yes.
I mean, now I'm thinking that maybe I should have chosen another profession.
It's a very interesting one, and it's a very learning one. We say it's very fun when we have the interest of doing all that, when this curiosity, because one step we are doing it, then the curiosity arises, then we do next step, then again the curiosity arises. This will help the students to increase the curiosity. It will become more inquisitive. You will ask good questions to the teachers so that they will be answering. The much questions will be asked by the student, the much clarifications will be given by the teachers, and then the much information will be downloaded to the students.
Curiosity is a way you grow.
Right.
It's the space of growth. If you're curious, there is place for learning, improving, growing.
Exactly.
So, sir, regarding all the three components, three. I think
it's we can say it a 4 if we split coding part, because coding is another subject which is being with computer science when we say that, okay, and computer science, coding and robotics is correlated to each other. Okay, so we basically say it as a 4 component, because we have speak, which help the entirely improve the language. Then we come computer science, which give them the informations about the digitalizations. We say coding, which help to understand the language of the computer and the manual, which help the command, giving the command. Then we say robot, it is an artificial machine made by the human being to specify the word. So we say that this is a 4 different component which have, and it's very happy to understand this kind of like we say this kind of career opportunity, or we say this kind of environment is given in this Guwahati city by one of the top-notch schools and the renowned schools we call Springdale International.
Thank you so much, sir, for your great words. I mean, of course, even like I said, I am also excited to see the students. But and of course, like it said, the students, the generation, the student generation, they are the future of the country, and the world is digitalizing in the world of AI and all. And now, when students will learn all these things from such an early age, I think they're going to be something else, like something.
We don't say something else, but yes, they will have enough of knowledge to answer what is going on, going in front of them, or what is happening in front of them. They will have enough of answer by them, so they will not be surprised by seeing anything.
They will know that this is the
Exactly. I'll give a good example. When we were very child, small age, we see airplanes flying. We say that airplane is flying. How it is flying, we don't know the mechanics.
I don't know the mechanics.
So now we came to know,
exactly.
Now we came to know how it is flying, what is aeronautic, what is aviation. So now we are able to answer it. The same will happen to the student. They will not be very much surprised to see anything in front of them. Yet, instead of that, they will have a good answer to the people who might be unaware of that.
Of course, just like me. Your answer. Like when I was small, I used to ask questions like, in the movies, why does the ghost look that way? What is it on his face? And my mother used to clear that. Now children will ask, they will not ask, they will answer that this mechanism is working because of this way. This is the code, this is what.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
True. So this is the thing, how how the skill is helping the student. These are all basically help the student to improve the skill.
It's very important. Skill development.
Yeah, definitely. And even the government is taking very much measures. They have introduced NEP 2020 where they have been much focused on the skill subject. They have developed different organizations like NSDC and all to help the student to get more employable through the skill learning. So they are doing it, and the same thing has been adopted by the different we say progressive schools who take this kind of step and to help the student. They're very much
all
important.
Schools should come to this and should start these initiatives because students are the core.
But that should come in the mindset of the we say the educators.
Of course.
So that should come. So instead of going with the conventional way of teaching, they should go with the progressive way of teaching and learning method. Okay, and definitely the time is changing, the people are changing, the educators are changing. Just imagine when we were learning in a group, when the people used to go for the Gurukul, where inside the jungle the Rishi Muni used to impart the knowledge. From there to in an AC room with the help of smartboard and all. There's a vast change. That is because of the progressive nature of the educators, the progressive natures of the, we say the importance of the imparting the knowledge. So that has been made, these things.
So, sir, we had the whole conversation about the program and everything, but I think even the audience, even our students, parents might have the question that I'm sure there are a lot of career aspects, but I would want to know what exactly they are and respective to the program.
True. The career aspects, by learning these skills, yeah, definitely they will have a broader idea. The students will be able to define themselves while they are in the class 8 or 9. They will be able to identify their potentials, which sector they have to move. Earlier, what happened when a student used to take commerce or used to take arts or used to take science, they have a very limited career options. So if I have taken commerce, I have to go in the accounting field. If I have taken arts, I have to go in the teaching. Or I have had a very limited career opportunity. Or if we have taken a science, we don't have broader idea about that. But currently what is happening, we are day by day adding the career opportunity to the students. So that is when you have a broader information about yourself. When we have different tests of your life in the school only, when you are learning the basic subject, when you are learning the major subject, so like English, Maths and Science, when you are learning the technology subjects, when you are learning the logic subject, so you will have an information about yourself, which career will be good for me or what is my interest. Because when a student has an interest in this sector, they will definitely excel in that sector. If they don't have the interest in going to the sector, they are been pushed by the parents. No, you have taken science, you have to go XYZ career, or you have taken commerce, you have to go ABC career. So ABC career, so these things. But now what happened, they will have a more broader aspects. Not taking only science, the students will be able to do things in the technology, but taking other subjects also, with due respect, they will be able to do the different kind of work in the, we say that in technology. They can become a network engineer. They can become an analytic. They can help the nation in the security sector, cyber security. Day by day, cyber crimes are getting increasing. So that is the thing. They will be able to do this software development, mobile application development. There are n numbers of career which they can choose. But before that, they should have an information on that, and that will be developed through this kind of session.
Because there was a time, I think, of course, my parents' time, there wasn't any job opportunity for video editors or photo editors.
Yes.
But now there is so much of scope. Everybody wants a graphic designer.
Right. Like, we take an example in the, we say that film industry, the cinematographers. What are they?
Exactly.
What are they? They are the video and and the career. See the career?
Lot of growth.
They have a good growth on the cinematic, and really they take the moment, they capture the moment and make them in the real life and give it to the concerned client,
Which we all enjoy to watch.
Yes, simple.
There wasn't any. I can relate also because I'm not into this field. So even people be like, videographer ban ke kya karoge?
Exactly.
Kya hai ye? But the scope and of course the pay scale or whatever is very high in this industry.
See, the monetary transaction, we say that comes a secondary part, but the interest comes first part.
Knowledge.
And, yes, the career comes in the other part. When you have a great interest on that, if you have a good command over that kind of world, then definitely that will be paid to you. Take an example when we are learning the image editing in our class 6, 7 and only. So you will be able to understand now there are different opportunities in the image editing also.
Of course.
I can become a wildlife photographer. I can become the different. There are opportunities. You can become in the cinema also. You have the career. So there are the careers. We can't say that there is no career with this one. But the most important is the information. The most important is the knowledge. The most important is the you should have the correct information at the correct age. If you don't have that one, it is tough. It's tough. It's tough because it will be too late. Earlier people used to do what? They used to go for the basic graduations and then they used to find out the careers by doing different diploma courses.
So still they are exploring कि क्या करोगे? After you are studying this, what am I supposed to do?
Exactly. I say like people has done the basic education in something else and people is working in something X field. I will not name the careers and all. It is been.
I am an example. Why I have done my I was a commerce student.
Yes.
And then I wanted to join NGO. And then for which I wanted to go for BSW. But then I thought let me go with English because English is my interest and strength. Interest of course. So I did my major in English. After that, I'm in the mass comm line. I'm interviewing people. I'm making content.
That's true. That's true.
Because I have interest here. That's what.
So you could have done your mass comm after just you finishing your school life, but you don't have the information and opportunity.
Exactly. And plus, I didn't know what I wanted to do.
Exactly.
That's what we were talking about. That in school, in my school, if I learned about video editing and all these things, maybe after graduation, I would have gone into that line directly.
Exactly.
Not by struggling. Where should I fit in?
True. So this is the reason why the progressive schools are taking this kinds of step. And this is very important for the parents also, because the parents, when they are investing on the student, they are investing the time, they are investing everything, they are investing their dream on them.
Of course.
So they have dreamed something else and they have dreamt it on their child. So they are investing all that. And if they don't have a correct path on that to work on that one, so it is worthless. So that is the reason why when a progressive school comes with this kind of opportunity, it is very much helpful to the parents who has this kind of dream in them and which can be fulfilled by the parent, by the student. But apart from this, they should have the information, the knowledge. So, and that can be only done when they have these things been learned in the school.
Of course, I have seen people, they drop out. After 12, they drop out because they don't know what career they want to choose.
Right.
I have seen people doing science till 12 and they don't want to continue with science.
Sure.
They want to go in other lines. So
Sure.
of course, knowledge is something which we are like from the start we are stuck with it. Like knowledge is something you should have,
Sure.
and which Springdale International School is of course offering with our integrated courses.
Sure.
So sir, it was so nice talking to you, and it was so nice having you. And I have a lot of idea right now, even though not specifically, but a lot. Like I have a broad idea about the things that is
Yes.
going to take place in the school regarding the integrated program and the knowledge that you've given me. And I hope the students would also get the knowledge, of course, more than me, and would grow, would improve. So, sir, anything you would like to tell our students, our viewers?
I just wanted to say a single word. I think the parents of Springdale International should be very much proud. So they have given their child in a right place, in a right hand, where not only the students will be imparted with the basic knowledge, but with the skill-based knowledge also, they will be enriched. So really, I'm very much thankful to the Springdale International Party to taking such kind of beautiful step to enrich the student in the skill as well as in the basic. Thank you so much, Muskan, for inviting me.
Thank you so much. It was great having you, and I'm sure our students are going to learn, are going to grow, and become better human beings in future. As like I said, they are the future of the nation, of the world. So thank you again. And thank you so much, viewers, students, parents, and everyone watching us. This was me, Muskan Ahmed, and you were watching Springdale International School's official podcast. Meet you next time.